Trib Live Radio presents the Ben Lovejoy Show, the on-ice inside perspective on this season's Pens team with Pittsburgh Penguins defenseman number 6, Ben Lovejoy.
Lovejoy shoots, he scores!
Welcome back to Trib Live Radio, everybody. I'm Mike Graw. Happy Friday to everybody out there. Thanks for joining us. Our number one today is the Ben Lovejoy Show. Ben, if you heard the intro there, the best hockey talk in town, you got a lot of pressure to live up to here.
I do have a lot of pressure.
Because it's not going to be coming from me. You've got to provide the best hockey talk in town if this is going to work out.
That combined with we're on camera for the first time.
We didn't film this last time?
We did not. This is just two intimidating things coming at me right now.
You know who only gets the filming treatment? You and the porn stars that we interview that are dancing at Blush on Fridays. Those are the only people that get the full camera treatment and
Can I get invited back for those interviews?
Yeah, next Friday. Yeah, sure. Anytime you want to come in, we'll pretend you're an intern or something for one of the shows.
All right.
I need some kind of help because those are just horribly awkward 20 minutes every single time I try to do it. I'm not completely comfortable with the Blush dancers.
You have a lot in common, I bet.
Yeah, we have very similar backgrounds, me and a lot of those girls.
You may have some experience watching some of them.
I've been known to step into Blush once or twice. I feel terrible about myself every single time I do it, but that doesn't stop me entirely.
I am. I've been skating for better part of 3 weeks now, probably over 3 weeks. And that's what I've been doing. I've been skating for a while. It was no pucks, and then we graduated to one-handed, which I would argue that I'm going to be one of the best one-handed hockey players in the NHL when I come back.
Very nice.
Yes, I would put myself up there with most people.
Yeah.
And then once I had a doctor's appointment where I was able to just wear the small splint to skate. Now I'm back to two hands. So I'm getting better. I'm not ready to go yet. I think I am.
Yeah.
But
when do they think you're ready to go?
Trainers and doctors.
You maintain that they tell you as little as we hear. We always hear this. You said that you saw a report online saying that you were going to be back in 2 to 4 weeks, and that was news to you.
I saw some people retweeting that I was out 2 to 4 more weeks. Which is great. I'm excited. I try not to follow anyone pertaining to Pittsburgh hockey. I don't like seeing it. I don't want.
Why is that?
Because I don't want. It's the same reason I turn off Pittsburgh sports radio when you guys start talking about hockey. I don't want to hear your opinion. I know.
Screw you, Ben.
I know what's going on in the locker room. I know what's going on outside or inside of things. If I have a bad game and a horrible turnover that leads to a goal, I don't want to read what you guys say.
Sure.
And I don't want you guys to. I don't want to believe. I start to believe it. If you say that I should be sent to the AHL or traded or waived or
really. Because all the guys will always say, not necessarily just the hockey players, but everybody says, we don't pay attention. We don't care what anybody says about us. We don't worry about that. Except for they always seem to hear the good things or the negative things, rather.
I care.
I
care. The same things, I don't want to hear the good things because then I start to believe them. There are a few big differences. The first is our puck retrievals.
Yeah.
We most teams go back when a puck is dumped in. And one defenseman goes to one corner, one goes to the other, and you have to. You're going to take hits to make plays. You're going to get hit hard, but that's how people do it.
Well, how does it vary from
what we do is we go in with two defensemen in the same corner, and we have little chip plays that you need communication. We have intricate calls for whether you want the puck and how hard and. To the middle, to the center, to behind the net, to the wall. And
you've got little code words for all that stuff, so the forwards don't know what you're saying.
And it's tough. It's tough to learn the language. It's tough to physically go back and be ready to go. And you have to have confidence in your partner. You have to have confidence in your wings and your center, and know what the right play is. And if you mess that up, you're going to get yelled at.
Yeah.
So it's that is a big difference, and then the way
does the first defenseman always go to the puck in the corner?
Yes.
That's just
you go and you retrieve the puck and you work with your partner in the center and the wings, and it allows us to spend as little time in the defensive zone as we can.
That's one of Dan Bylsma's mantras. That's big.
Exactly. And you're not going to get scored on when you're playing in the offensive zone.
Right.
So if we can get out of the defensive zone as quickly as possible, quicker the better. And then the other thing that we do differently, which is tough if you've never done before, we are incredibly aggressive on line rushes against.
Who's your roommate on the road?
Well, my roommate got traded. It was Mark Letestu.
Right.
I'm very nervous actually. But
you haven't been on the road since.
Well, with my dad.
Yeah.
He was my roommate. And I think I could upgrade from him even.
Do you pick? Do you just get assigned? Does it sort of sort itself out naturally?
We pick.
Yeah.
When we were first thrown in there, or when we first made the team, it was kind of randomly our director of team services picked who we room with, and I was with Tyler Kennedy for one night, and both of us mutually decided that we were horrible roommates together.
What's that?
He would snore and wake me up, and I would roll over and yell and not be able to sleep. So I'd be
with all of your snoring anger directed at people. You better be silent as a church mouse while you're sleeping, because you seem to get pretty angry at people that make noise.
I am not, but so I'd thrash in bed and be pissed off that he's snoring and I couldn't sleep because of it. And when I'm thrashing around, I'd wake him up.
Yeah.
So because I'd be loud and pissed off that he wasn't. So then he'd be up. So then he'd stop snoring and I'd fall asleep. While he was awake, he'd stop snoring, and I'd fall asleep, and then he'd fall asleep and start snoring loudly again, and then I'd start. So it was just a never-ending cycle. I don't think either of us got any sleep. It was for the third game in New Jersey.